Hey y'all, Carol Norby here. You're on my Stampin' Carol Lots of Crafty Goodness page on Facebook, or you're on my YouTube channel. This is a card that I was hoping to show last week, but I didn't quite have the making of it in my head yet. So I think I've got it now. And I'm an hour later today because I had to help my husband move a piece of farm equipment through the Border Patrol checkpoint. You ever try taking something 12 foot wide through something like that? He was hitting some of the pylons, I'll tell you. But they were very good, and they helped move a couple just in case. But the last part, he had to go through, the guy, he made it through, and the guy tells me, the Border Patrolman, he made it through. That was good. But we had to drive maybe an eighth of a mile, taking up both lanes because of they had concrete around. They were doing a lot of road repair. So anyway, I'm going to teach you what is called a twist and fold card. I'd seen it on Pinterest, but hi Heather, but I had not tried it. We did it at Salsa last month, and she handed out directions, but I still had to work this through in my mind. So I'll switch you over and we'll get started. Okay, lights, camera, action. I can see I'm not quite straight. Okay, I started with this piece of paper. This is, try to get this in my head again now. This is 5 inches across and 11 inches. And I scored diagonal to diagonal. Now this is another score line. There's two ways of doing this. You can come in 4 3/4 inches, not 4 3/8 inches, mark it. 4 3/8 inches, mark it and score. Or after you do this one, fold it, and where this point comes through, score there. This is at the 6-inch point, so if you have a scoreboard, you can score it at 6. You want it to close in a way that this will be on the inside and you have a pocket on the outside. Is that clear as mud? After this, it got to be a challenge. So what I did, I took my next piece of paper, and I traced this on the paper, and I cut it 1/8 inch on each edge smaller. So let's see, here I am. Here's this. This is going to sit in here, and try to get my head wrapped around this here. It gives you just a hint of an edge. Now what you can do is trace this one if you want it on a piece of pattern paper, and cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller. And what I would do is adhere these two together and then stick them in. But I didn't want that much print. I just wanted this. And now I'm going to adhere this one inside that pocket. And then I'm going to glue the pocket down. I do not want a pocket on the outside of my card. Now you may if you want. It's totally up to you. And I'm just going to open this up and adhere it. It's a little easier for me. You might find the same, but it was just easier for me. So there's that. And then I'm going to glue this down. So I'm going to add adhesive here and all along there. Oh, my adhesive is not sticking. And another. Well, here we go. Yeah, I'll get that. Don't know what happened there. It just decided to be too sticky and stay on the tape and not come off on my card. Once in a great while that happens. It's not a frequent issue. Let's see if we get, there we go. So then I'm going to fold this up just like that. Now I do want the pocket on the inside. And then what I'm going to do, I want to cover this. So I cut a piece of cardstock. I'll get my two pieces. I cut them 5 3/4 inches by 2 1/2, which would amount to this. And then I cut it on the diagonal. Now you got one for the inside and one for the outside. And then I cut another piece of my print paper. This is 5.5 by 2 3/8, a little smaller. And I'm going to use that on those because I wanted that layering, so I will adhere these together. And tomorrow I will have all these measurements up on my website, mystampandcarol.com, with measurements and everything else, so I will work on that so that you can find it easier. Otherwise, for today, you just have to watch my video. Listen to me. So there's one. We'll get this one. I'm sticking to everything now. Wouldn't stick to anything. Now I stick to everything. So I also had another issue today. I went out. I walk around our place. I have a little trail I like to walk. And I stepped on a thorn. Needless to say, the thorn was 1 inch long. 1/2 inch of it went into my heel. I am very sore. I pulled my shoe off and it went right through my shoe and stayed in my heel. Oh my gosh. Did not draw blood. It was a nice puncture. I did have my tetanus shot 6 years ago. I had to have it because I wanted to go see our newest grandbaby. And I had to have the tetanus to go. I was not allowed to visit unless I had it. So I'm going to stick this right here. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to stick this one right here. Okay, now I'm going to stick this one right there. So I'll get this done here. Come on, into that little. Make sure my adhesive isn't hanging over. Right there it is. And then I'm going to stick this right here. That's the basis of your card. Now Rachel, when she taught this, she actually cut another piece like this and stuck it on the back for support. That may be a good idea. So now you got a card. So now you want to do, okay, what am I going to do with this? So I made a piece of card candy. I cut some flowers and some leaves. I'm going to stick this right here. It's not going to be pretty, and I kind of curled it up. So I'm going to use glue on this because I want to make sure it stays down. Get that off the tip. And maybe I'll add some dots of glue here and there. Get that on there just to help it stick. Okay. Stick that and hold that down for a moment while it sticks. Okay, I'm going to need my Bearly Art glue here in a moment. So there's that. Then I think I need a word. So I die cut the word for you. And I started it off in white, and I'm going, no, white didn't work. And I was thinking of one of these colors I used here. That didn't work. This barely works, and I really should probably adhere it to a piece of white and stick it on here, but I'll think about that. And then the inside. You can stamp here. The issue was, if you've glued this down, you're going to have a ridge there and it's hard to stamp. So I did this. I used a couple of oval dies. I stamped the words on this one, and then I used my Sour Lemon Silk and splashed it, and that's going to go right there. And you don't want to have anything inside that sticks up because it won't close proper. So this is going to go right here. And then you say, what do I do here? Well, you can stick a gift card in there. If you have, you can decorate some tags and stick in there. And there's that. So that is the basic of this card. Real easy. Once I figured out what I was reading, I was just having some issues understanding it. And it's funny because it wasn't that hard, but I think my mind complicated it extremely. Oh, you've done this, Heather. Very cool. So I will probably get these glued on here. I was going to also put these on foam, but the die was so tiny that it did not want to go through. I'm going to try it again. So I'm going to try to pop these, so I'll do that. So that is my card today. And I hope you give it a try. I'm glad you did, Heather. So I'll flip the phone back over. See if I can do it. There we go. So anyway, that's what I'm making for today. Yeah, my heel hurts. It wasn't hurting too bad. Oh, you haven't made it, but you've seen it. Okay. My heels, I just got to be careful when I'm walking. I don't want to step down too hard on my heel. It's just, it just has a kind of a sting to it. I can't even say that. It's just uncomfortable. So I'm sure it'll be good in a couple of days. I did put on the puncture spot, I did put some Neosporin type product, and I put a Band-Aid on. So far so good. I don't think I'm going to have any issues with it. It took a little effort to pull the thorn out of my foot. Yeah, I was shocked. So anyway, I hope you all have a better day than I've had. And give this card a try, and if you do, take a picture of it and add it to the comments section of today's post or tomorrow's post, which will have my completed card on there. And I'd love to see what you come up with. So have a wonderful day. Watch out for thorns. And I hope you have beautiful weather. So thank you for coming by. God bless you, and come back again. Bye-bye.